Yeah, welcome back to the channel. I'm here in the warehouse tonight. It's about 7:30 at night. Everybody's gone home, so I'm kind of sneaking in. And what I was going to do is just show you what we have in the warehouse. We have totes. These totes, some of them are destined to go into bulk. Quite often we'll put bulk into tote bags and then dump it again into plain. And we have a supply of bags here. We usually bag about 3 skids of bags a day, 2 to 3 skids. And so we get them in by the semi-load. What we have here is parent seed, which what you have to do to grow certified, you start out with breeder, and you grow breeder and foundation and registered, and certified's what we sell. So you've got to start with some parent seed. We've got there's totes right here. These are non-GMO. I don't know whether you can read that. They're 20M1s. What they are is a White Highland variety, and I wanted to talk a little bit about White Highlands. That's what we do. A lot of roundups here, but we do a lot of White Highlands, and that's what they're doing in the plant. And I'm going to go in there, even though it's 7:30. I think they're still bagging. There's some more 20M1s. This is a new White Highland variety. I grew them last year. They were pretty good. And on the tail end of this video, I'm going to try to get a hold of one of the boys, and we'll go over the numbers on how White Highlands, I think it kind of works. I don't know, it's getting with fleabane, you've got to spray almost as much with Roundup beans as you do with non-GMOs. I'm going to show you a peek here. This is the machine that we use to flip these boxes over. They come in nested like these. The tops are upside down, and then this is what's called a nester, and it'll nest the boxes or flip them over, and we just flip that top right over, and it makes a complete box. It starts out half height and ends up full height. We have to flip every box here, which is a big job in itself, flipping all these boxes. I hope you can see it's a little dark in here. This warehouse is 100. The one I just come out is 80 by 280. This one's 100 by 300, which makes quite a difference. The extra 20 feet on the sides. And this is what we store our seed in, these boxes or tote bags. So I hadn't taken any video in this warehouse, so I thought, well, when there's nobody here tonight, I'd take a little run in here. There's some empty pallets. I don't know what they're for, something. Like I said before, I haven't been around in the plant here for a month, but they're getting along just about, probably better without me. There's another White Highland variety. And back here we have the odds and sods. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring you along in here and see what's in here. It's hard to believe the amount of seed that's still left, and They load semis here all day. This is a new gravity. It's like the one we put in the other plant. We're gonna twin the one in the seed plant when things slow down. We have 3 dock doors, so they can load 3 semis at a time. Works good. They can drop a trailer and hook on a loaded one away they go. The lift trucks come up from both sides. Works pretty good. Kind of nice in here. This building's heated. It's 60 by 160. It was built in 1985. Therefore, we call it the 85 warehouse. We have to have a name. We name everything. These are beans destined for export for tofu, and we're running during the pandemic because most of the beans we do here are for food grade. These will be going to the Far East somewhere. Different customers require different bags, and on every bag we stick a tag, tells you what the variety is. Anyways, somebody's bag. It looks like it might be Derek. Yeah, it's Derek. Hey, Derek. How are you getting along? Ticky boo?
Really good. Really good.
Bag and changed since the last time you worked here. How many years ago was it that you worked here, Derek?
That was probably 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a 4-man operation then.
Still the same job.
Still the same job.
Just a little easier. You got your, you didn't have your hands folded then, did you?
No.
We got a new man here on the lift truck. This is our editor, Cameron. Cameron can't go to school, so you get to work nights and lunch hours, don't you, Cameron? You get the good shift. Anyway, I thought I'd talk about this bagging machine while I was in here. They put bags on this conveyor. Comes along and picks them up one bag at a time. All day long. The product's pre-weighed in that little gray box up there. And then when the bag goes on, it just drops it into the bag. These are 30-kilo bags. And then this machine, it forms the bag, as you can see, and gets it lined up for the sewing machine. And as it goes through the sewing machine, there's a tag comes on the back, and we can also, there's a printer that can go on here, and right on here, it prints the bag if you need it. If we were doing seed, we'd be printing the bag. But with export beans, instead of printing the bag, we put a tag on it. And it shut down. If anything goes wrong, like there's a bag kind of jammed here. If anything goes wrong, it shuts it down. And maybe it's a tag problem, is it, Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tags aren't coming. And this machine here flattens the bag so that it piles a little nicer. This guy, he piles bags all day and never says a word. Just grabs that bag and sticks it there. What this machine does here, this is a X-ray machine. And what it's looking for is metal. Metal in the beans. If there was a piece of metal, even as small as what you get off an angle grinder, like a little tip of metal, this shuts the whole line down. And then they would throw it here on this pallet, and it would get reprocessed. We have several magnets in the system that take out what we call tramp iron or There's always something in the soybeans, like little bits that wear off augers or wear off the combine. There, Cameron's taking that pallet away. What he'll do is take that pallet and put it in the warehouse, and then he'll bring another pallet. Of course, it would have to jam when I come along. They're not using this machine tonight, but this is our wrapping machine. They set a skid on here. It automatically wraps it, and when the skid's done, it starts the plastic and it cuts the plastic when it's done. Works really good. And that's about it for the packaging line. Over in here, I think they're cleaning a few beans here. This part's not heated. What they've got here, this is a container. They'll keep a sample. Every container, we have an automatic sampler, fills a pail, and they make this sample up. And we keep these samples for about a year. We have a room full of samples. And it automatically takes a sample every few bags. And what they'll do, they'll fill these rows up. These long rows, each row will be a container. So they'll have 3 containers there. They've wrapped this. These are the last skids. They wrap the last skids on the back of the container. This is some of the work we done during the shutdown. We put in an extra tank here on scales for loading out bulk. Each one of these tanks holds a bulk container. They back the containers into this conveyor, and it shoots it in the back. And looks like he's filling he's got one tank. This one's full, 20,830, and then he's filling this one. It's got 15,000 in it now. When it gets 20,830, it will automatically shut off. So here's the automatic sampler I was talking about. It automatically samples when they're loading bulk, and then that's where we get our sample for the bulk. These are we're filling tote bags. They hang a tote bag on there. We do quite a few export beans in tote bags, which is it's pretty nice. Takes almost, not quite as long as filling bags, but it takes a while to fill a container with those too. This long conveyor here, it goes out to bulk storage. There's 4 6,500 bushel tanks outside that we can store clean beans in, and load bulk containers out there. But most of them we'll load right out of these bulk tanks. It's all pre-weighed. Just back the container in and away you go. Now we'll go over here. Kind of free to roam around. There's no one here tonight. Just Jeremy's operating the cleaner and the boys are bagging, and that's about it. This is some of our electrical. We have Larry, kind of our man for wiring. All these panels, every panel is a motor. Kind of noisy in here. This is the panel that tells us what's in the bin. Like the old bagging tank is full. This bin's full, this bin's full, and this bin's full. And that's what Jeremy's doing. I imagine he's filling the wet seal with bulk for tomorrow. So when it gets full, he'll shut the cleaner to plant down. You fill the wet seal. And then this is the control panel that controls all the motors. You start all the motors right from here. Takes the heavy beams off the gravity table, and then the stones come out in here. It's amazing how many stones we get at the end of a day. And then upstairs we have our gravities, and we twin them. We twin those when the rail blockade was on. We brought the millwrights in. We done 3 weeks of millwrighting in here. Changed the plan. You'd never know it from what it was like before. This used to be a room here for bagging in, and it's all gone. Just big changes. And that's about it for tonight. I'm going to head her home. What he's doing here is filling a container with bags. You just shove them off with this lift truck, and you kind of have to throw a few with the last skid because of the there's a bar across the back of the top of the container, and you can't get the last skid in if you don't throw 6 bags off the top. So that's what he was doing. This one down here, he's preparing it for bulk. We put a sheet of cardboard in the back, and then a few 2x4s. There, this one's loaded. Now what they'll do is hang a sheet of plastic across the back in case the door ever does leak. The water will run down and out the bottom. That's what we do here. I just thought this morning was a good morning. There was 4 containers lined up here at the dock. I thought it would be a good morning to show you inside a container, show you how we load them and everything. What we have is these, I think there's 5 or maybe 6 old shunt trucks around here. These trucks aren't licensed for the road or anything. We just use them in the yard. One might be licensed. We just use them in the yard, and then the highway guys come and grab them and away they go. Anyway, that's about it for today. This video's getting to be long enough. I was going to get into the economics of growing White Highland beans, and if anybody's interested, I guess you could leave a comment at the bottom or something. We figured it out the other day, and you got to assume a few things. One of the things is that if there's no yield drag, and that's a discussion on its own. We figured out, based on our chemicals, just using the difference in chemicals alone and figuring in the premium, there's $120 an acre to the good to grow White Highlands, and that's figuring if there's no yield drag. And I don't know, we don't farm in the Garden of Eden. We farm some pretty heavy clay, and I think we have average yields or better. And with the $120 for White Highland, that works out all right. I don't know, everybody's got to do their own thing. Anyway, that's about it for today. If you like what you see, give us a subscribe and a like, and we'll catch you with another video.